Well, hello, hello. It is I, Whimsy, and I'm here to do another video. People had asked me if I would do one on the economy and also if I would do one on a little bit more about the Middle East. If I would check on Netanyahu, what's going on with Netanyahu, what's going on with Israel. It feels to me like Netanyahu is in trouble. I have my theories about what I think happened, but perhaps the countries of the Abraham Accords may feel that he is intentionally blocking or preventing peace from happening. Maybe they felt that if they had worked towards oasis and safe zones, which was a Bedouin principle, right? That maybe if they had done it the Bedouin way, cooling the temperatures rather than adding heat, that maybe if they had gone with those original principles, but maybe Netanyahu played games. He played a lot of games. He played a lot of games like a colonialist in the sense that he tried to pit different groups against each other. This is something the British did. When what people really want on all sides is to be heard, validated, respected, and to live decent lives. This is the excuse me. This is the majority of sane, rational people, right? Not the crazy warmongers that always shout the loudest, right? So we want to be aware of that. So I feel what is happening is that Netanyahu is on his way out. He is facing multiple allegations of taking bribes from countries like Qatar, promoting a lot of tension in the Middle East. Excuse me, just clearing my throat. I'm going to go ahead and do the MPAS prayer. I am back to my Coke Zero. I'm addicted. What can I tell you? I'm not addicted, but I like soda that doesn't have sugar in it. So, yeah. Okay, let's do it. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively, we say Amen. Yeah, so I think that's why MBS is who wants a Palestinian state, and so he may feel like he'll sign when Netanyahu is gone, and he may feel that Netanyahu is making life worse for a lot of people, and that he wants to move the country towards a new version of what it is to be a Bedouin, what it is to be a Bedouin man, not this stereotypes that he's going around beating people up and blowing himself up, but as a gracious, kind, polite, thoughtful, educated person who listens more than speaks, which is part of Bedouin hospitality, is you want to listen to your guest and not interrupt him or spend too much time hanging out with your own family. These are Bedouin principles. And so, and to be gracious and generous, to be generous when you're in my home, when you're in my country, that you'll be comfortable, that you will be treated well. This is the new image of the Bedouin, or the slogan that I wrote for the Abraham Accords. I said, how about the slogan, let's make Bedouins cool again, right? This idea that Bedouin culture is actually really cool and tolerant. It was about tolerance and open trade. You buy my tchotchkes, I buy your tchotchkes. we tell you where we come from. My name is so and so. I am the son of Ishmael, the son of Abraham. Oh, really? Well, we must be related because I am the son of Jacob, who's the son of Isaac, who's the son of Abraham. So that would make us cousins. Well, then, by all means, cousins, you're welcome at my house. Let's do some trade. This was the original reason why people also kept such accurate records of their lineages, why it's very easy for me to believe that Muhammad was a direct descendant, excuse me, of Ishmael, because that's what people did. He was a tradesman. He was sending his trade for his wife Khalifa, who was Jewish, and people wanted to know who he was. And so he could recite his lineage until we came to a common ancestor, and then we knew we were related, we could do a trade together. So these are all the principles and values that we think about the new Saudi Arabia, the new United Arab Emirates, to move away from extremism as one of the policies of the Abraham Accords, and that we all come together, move away from violence, and create zones of peace where we agree to tolerate one another's differences and in fact celebrate them. And this is really at the heart of the teachings of Abraham. He was generous, kind. He had a four-cornered tent, and he welcomed everyone in a tent of peace, inshallah, right? You know, it was this idea that everyone is welcomed so long as you commit to peace. We don't have to agree, but we have to commit to peace. And what happened in the last couple weeks is that a lot of people felt that Netanyahu could not be a man of peace. And so for that reason, I feel that Netanyahu's time is coming to an end. We have this strong judge over him, Judge Judy, the Queen of Wands, in the next 3 months. There's a harsh strength over him in the coming days that we see. And we see fighting right over Netanyahu. And he could resign early. It's interesting because I didn't expect to see that, but his approval rating is so low. The hostage families felt like he could have, could we have gotten some kind of a deal sooner to get the hostages released, to have stopped the war, that maybe he kept it going. But you can see here the Eight of Cups is right over him and fighting. And then we have possibly actions by a judge or something like that in the next 3 months. But I don't see, Netanyahu's time is coming to an end. We can see here a crash is over him. I feel like it's a crash of ice water right over him, in the sense that there's this big expose coming up, and they are washing the hands of him. I sent the Oasis peace proposal, which was based on Bedouin principles. And I didn't think to send it to MBS until March 4th. And I did that because I felt that Netanyahu had taken it, was possibly manipulating the original philosophies of Oasis One. And so to protect my thesis, I started publicizing it and then sending letters to Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, etc., because it really was a Bedouin idea. But yeah, he doesn't look so good here. He's got a tower, and I don't think he's going to win an election. If he's hoping for a victory, Three of Cups, towers coming in, he's very stressed out. You can see here. And then he's headed towards heartbreak. I mean, he really leaves his political life a sense that he has truly failed as a political leader, Netanyahu. His cards, you can see them, no manipulation here. He simply has this strong Queen of Wands energy leading to heartbreak. A tower could be a collapse of his coalition in the Knesset. You know, what he sits in, Three of Cups, this victory dance. Page of Pentacles is actually a job, a situation of a job. There's movement around him, hopes and fears, the victory, and then the sun coming out. I feel like by this summer, we could be seeing an end of his career, just because these cards are not auspicious for his future. Sun would indicate, see, this heartbreak. I'm worried about his heart health. Uh, these politicians, they get older and they can't take the stress. They say he has to watch his drinking, overeating, don't be overindulging. This is somebody who would be vulnerable to overconsumption. Um, and he's competing with some other man. I don't know who this is, but some other man that wants to have more of a business relationship with the AA. But the King of Pentacles is moving in as the opposition. His health is the main issue. You can see Archangel Raphael moving into hopes and fears in the coming weeks. And that Three of Swords, look at this stress and the Tower. I'm telling you, this guy's coalition is going to fall. He's got to watch his overindulgence, his addictions, and also possibly corrupt or questionable ties. I know, like he said, we've talked about the fact that he's under a criminal investigation. He's in and out of court. The fact that the devil is coming as his outcome, the fact that the tower is in his fourth house, none of this bodes well for the future of Netanyahu. And if he has been bribed, which it looks like he most certainly has been, then because of that ties, he cannot break from those ties. It's not going to go well for him at all. Okay, I wanted to just look at the economy briefly. People are worried about inflation. They're worried that we could be looking at serious global economic problems because of tariffs, etc. Let's take a look at the U.S. economy and its global impact. Sorry, I've got a kitty cat on top of me. I'm starting to get my kitty cat reaction. I love her though. So, egg prices. I don't really eat them that much. I'll have them occasionally, a boiled egg here and there. But regarding issues of Ten of Pentacles, oh, great. A nice Seven of Pentacles moving into karma position, renewable resources, reap what you sow. And then Ten of Pentacles is the base, would be inheritance. So your inheritance will be you reap what you sow. And Seven of Pentacles also doubles as my green economy, in the sense that, if you're investing in the ecosystem, healthy, green, if you're the more we care for Gaia, the more fruitful she will be. The more we abuse her, the sicker she becomes, the less productive. Our stuff will be less productive. So the message here is that in terms of inheritance, we're moving towards the new green economy, which was something that was spoken about actually in the Gulf states when Trump was there. Prince Salman had, and I think United Arab Emirates, they were talking about diversifying and getting off hydrocarbons. Strong leadership, the emperor coming in over the issue of economy and leading to Six of Pentacles. I feel like our Social Security is definitely going to be okay, because Six of Pentacles has to do with issues of justice. And if you're concerned about your financial situation and you're asking about an issue about your finances, just want to get that so everyone can see it. You have the balance of scales, and six, as in numerology, has to do with salt of the earth, things like retirement, etc., the home. So I don't see with that emperor there and that six of pentacles, I'm just not concerned about Social Security. And I'm not concerned about the future either. If you look at the new green economy moving in as well, that that economy card is interesting. Don't want you to see my bed and my kitty cat, even though you'd probably love to see my kitty cat. It's interesting to see. How do I get this over here so you can see it? Oh, it works. Um, it's interesting to see this card here. It's interesting to see this juxtaposition here as inheritance, particularly with this here, which is why I think that Social Security is not going to be a problem. Like I said, Six of Pentacles is about getting justice. It's about receiving that which is just. Ten of Pentacles, again, inheritance. And I have a very good feeling about the new green economy, like organic farming, renewable resources. Um, that is moving in a very good direction with this juxtaposition for the future. What is above Two of Swords? We may see leadership being slow, not wanting to invest in these renewable resources, not because they're necessarily bad people, but because they want to see the returns. When the money comes in, if they see that people are happy with renewable resources, or if they're seeing that there's a market for these types of renewable fuels or clean fuels, then you'll see a shift. But Two of Swords would be a rigidness and kicking and screaming to diversify portfolios. And yeah, this ability to leave or walk away from old ideas in leadership. Three of Wands coming into the time of transformation. So we're seeing transformation. I really am excited to see what's happening in the Middle East. I'm really excited to see this spiritual evolution that we see, hailing the brand new Bedouin culture that's getting back to its roots, which were never about extremism, but about trade and industry and being a gentle being and a listener and serving good tea and entertaining your guest with great stories and wonderful food. and and certainly not, you would never beat your wife, because nothing is more sacred in Bedouin culture than the harmony of the home, which is considered part of the spiritual harmony of the universe. It's very mystical, right? So this kind of internal awakening that we're seeing happening in the Middle East as women are liberated, and these ideas of what it is to be truly a Bedouin, right? Salt of the earth, truly to be a person of the earth. Another interesting history about the Bedouins is that they were the first peacemakers, the first democracies, because everybody would get into a circle and they would talk about what they wanted to do. And they were the first environmentalists protecting the water. They protected the waters, and they told stories, and they believed in all kinds of um, amazing things that, fundamental religion kind of took away a lot of the interesting, well, like water spirits and genies and magical creatures, like similar to leprechauns, and just great stories about, that people sitting around the campfire telling great stories and buying great products and eating great food, etc. So you have this death and transformation happening globally with this awakening of the new green economy and this huge transformation that's taking place, and this feeling of, I am having an awakening, but I'm also doing it in a way that acknowledges my own heritage and the best of my own roots and culture. Being comfortable in the garden is also extremely auspicious for the future of the world. And again, it would indicate abundance. What our obstacle is our own sense or limits of our own potential, that we feel that we have to change ourselves into something that we are not, rather than embracing our own personal path to the spiritual life or the Sufi life. This idea of going inward and finding our own path to our spirituality. Hopes and fears, 8 of Wands, that things could be changing rapidly and that we see much grief. The warmongers of the world persist. The warmongers of the world persist, and for that reason, we will sometimes, we're going to see certain people leaving, like Netanyahu. People have asked me how long Donald Trump will be on the scene. Is he just the person that comes in at this time to sign these contracts so that we see the new emerging of the Abraham Accords, etc.? It's possible. The biggest threat to the evolution of the world at this time is our own fear or restrictions. 2 of Swords is a rigidity, difficulty in letting go. The Emperor in the first house is also problematic. It can be strong authoritarianism that holds us back. But going inward to our own spiritual evolution and finding our own path to find the life that works best for us, a live and let live, and a more gentle world is the direction we seem to be moving in. And that means moving away from war. Yeah. All right. I want to thank you so much for watching this reading. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, you can book me through Booksy, and then that information is below in the description of this video, and then I'll call you at the appointed time. All right. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you next time, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for hanging. Bye.